never really even saw myself leaving Phoenix. It was my new home away from home. I have a great off-court situation. I've built a lot of fun relationships out there. And yeah, I was like, hey, like, what do we need? No, come on, how do you get out of here? But it's funny now that, I told the people upstairs, I was like, I will be her Sabrina Carpenter any day to her too.
Sophie Cunningham is officially joining forces with Caitlin Clark, forming the duo Fever fans have been dreaming of. While Indiana celebrates their new enforcer, one person isn't too happy, Nalissa Smith. That's right, Smith and her partner in drama, Destany Henderson, just got shipped off to Dallas like an unwanted return package. She talked a big game, but her negative energy was holding the Fever back. Now she's gone, and Cunningham is here to clean up the mess. Call it karma, or just smart roster moves. Either way, it's a win for Indiana.
A little clip of you on WNBA. You know where I'm going. WNBA All-Star Game.
Oh, this is a good clip, okay? I was like, where is she going with this?
Now, another Indiana Fever player, soon to be teammate, Caitlin Clark. Have you heard of her? You happened to have a little interaction with her, and it was said that you were potentially asking her to come to Phoenix.
I totally was.
And maybe the joke was on us, because maybe she was asking you to come to the Fever?
No, maybe I just put an atmosphere and it happened. But how funny is that?
Sophie Cunningham has wanted to play with Caitlin Clark for months. Unlike some who act like her success is a threat, she gets it. She respects Clark, sees the future of the league, and is ready to ride with greatness. While others side-eye, Sophie embraces the moment. Real hoopers know, you don't fight a once-in-a-generation talent, you build around it.
But if you're talking strictly hoops, what a fantastic pickup for Indiana. You want to talk about a player that can slot right in with Kelsey Mitchell and with Caitlin Clark on the perimeter and start more than likely in that Lexi Hole spot. The defense that she brings, like the tenacity that she brings, she is the exact type of player that you want next to your two guards who are just so offensive heavy in this.
The Fever front office finally listened and made the move fans have been calling for. Nalissa Smith wasn't the future. She was the problem. Her attitude raised questions about her hustle, and her lack of respect for Caitlin Clark was clear. There's a difference between being competitive and being disruptive, and Smith fell into the latter. Indiana is building around Clark, and if you're not on board, you're getting left behind. Nalissa Smith, left behind.
Are free from Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith no longer on the Indiana Fever. Kelly Krauskopf came in and said, "Oh, you gotta go."
And let's not forget Carrington, more known for cheap shots and social media clapbacks than anything on the court. Remember when she tried to poke Clark in the eye like it was a WWE match? That wasn't defense. That was desperation. And Smith? She just stood by. No support, no leadership, just bad vibes all around. It's no surprise Indiana finally said, pack your bags.
And kind of swatted at Caitlin. Did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I...
Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham is bringing exactly what this team needed. Toughness, grit, and most importantly, respect. She's not here for drama. She's here to build something special with Clark. She understands that elevating a generational talent is how you win, not competing for the spotlight. That's the mindset of a winner, and Fever fans are all in. They're done with excuses. They want players who are ready to work, ready to win, and ready to ride with Clark to the top.
So excited for this, and I just think, honestly, she's just a great human too. She has a lot of pressure and a lot of eyes on her shoulders, and she handles it so gracefully, and she's just a great human. So I'm just excited to be a part of something like that, and she passes the ball, which I enjoy.
Nalissa Smith's exit wasn't met with tears. No goodbyes, no tributes, no highlight reel. Just a sigh of relief. She had talent but never fit what Indiana was building. Her energy dragged the team down, and her lack of respect for Clark was obvious. Lazy defense, social media jabs, and zero leadership. Now, The Fever move forward without her.
Oh, I'm sorry. You poked me in the eye. You're an 8-year-old. You did.
I did not poke you.
Did you do it on purpose?
I did not poke you in your eye.
Did you do it on purpose?
I had the knee. That was my reflex.
It looked like you were just.
Fever fans knew it. The front office knew it. Even the players probably felt it. So when the trade dropped, it wasn't losing a player, it was cutting dead weight. Smith's departure ended a tension-filled era, sending a clear message. The drama is over, and it's time to win. Leading that charge, Sophie Cunningham, a player who truly understands what it means to play team basketball.
Does everybody hate Caitlin Clark? And do you hate Caitlin Clark? Come on, talk
dude.
to me.
Absolutely not. I think that she's a gem. I didn't know her, but All-Star Weekend, we kind of bantered back and forth a little bit. And she's lovely. She has a lot of pressure on her shoulders. And I think a lot of people always have a lot to say with people they don't even know or shoes they've never been in. And for me, I think she's handling the pressure very well. She's doing a lot of great things for women's basketball. And I'm a fan. Like, I would love to play with her one day.
Cunningham is tough, fearless, and unapologetically passionate. She's got that scrappy edge, diving for loose balls and draining threes with a smile. The difference between her and NaLyssa Smith is night and day. Sophie is focused on building something great. Smith was too busy protecting her own interests. The Fever need players willing to get in the trenches and sacrifice for the team, not those with conflicting priorities. The front office saw it, made the move, and now this team is cooking.
It might not be from you, but like what is the, I mean, it feels it's not hate, but is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is it just like, what is it?
Yeah, I see both sides. I'm not an extremist in any way.
Yeah.
And so I like to see both sides of each party. I think when you have older people in the league, they work their tails off and they didn't get the recognition. They don't get paid millions of dollars before they even step on the court. You know what I mean? And for them, it's all about, okay, well, what are your stats? What are you doing for the actual game, like while you're playing?
Yeah.
And then for them.
And we can't forget about Dee Carrington, Smith's ride or die and partner in drama. This is the same Carrington who thought poking Caitlin Clark in the eye was defense, then tried to play the victim. Real classy. Now, Smith and Carrington are reunited in Dallas, and that locker room might need a therapist on speed dial because this duo is all drama, no production. Good luck, Wings. You didn't get a dynamic duo, you got a reality TV show.
Smith is confused as to why Indiana Fever fans don't want her on their team. And it's really not that hard to understand, NaLyssa. Let me tell you why. We don't even need to take into account any of your social media outbursts. We don't need to take into account any of your subtweets. We don't need to take into account any of your drama chasing antics off the court. We don't need to take into account your passive aggressive ways. You're removing the Indiana Fever one day in your bio, adding them in the next day in your bio, quote tweeting other people's tweets. We don't even need to take into account all the unnecessary drama and garbage that you add to this team when it comes off the court. All we really need to do is sit back and watch you on the court. It's really not that hard of a concept to.
Amazing for women's basketball. This is amazing for women's sports in general. You have so many people, so many new and fresh eyes on our sport that maybe they're a little uneducated and maybe they kind of stir the pot a little bit. And so I get that, but for that class to come in, you have her.
Sophie Cunningham is not going to put up with the hate and the bullying Caitlin Clark has been receiving throughout the WNBA, because we know last year that was a big target for Caitlin Clark, was to get an enforcer. And like I keep telling y'all, Kelly Cristobal is not messing around.